Hi, I'm Michael Geissinger with the Nutrient and Pest Management Program.
I'm Dale Goss. I'm a beef producer up here in Russ County.
Yeah, it's great to see you, Dale. We've got our Blaze Orange on today because it's gun deer season here in Wisconsin, which is kind of like a state holiday, really, more than anything.
Yeah, it's certainly feeling like a holiday.
Yeah.
Brings back great memories for me as a kid.
Yeah, of course, likewise.
Right.
So
right.
We're obviously standing out here in the middle of a bunch of round bales that are placed out, so we're hoping to kind of chat about that a little bit. So you just want to share a little bit about your experience with bale grazing?
Sure. Well, we started bale grazing after talking to Michael last year. So we put out over 300 bales on an area of our pasture. And what we found, and why we're doing it again this year, is that it improved our fertility of our soil, and really important this year with a drought, it improved the drought resistance of the grasses that were there. So that's why we did it. Now, what we're standing in here is basically a field of a bunch of round bales 25 feet apart on a grid, and we place them so that we have a week's worth of hay for the herd that'll be in here. And we've got a couple other herds that we're running that will be over there, but obviously we're here today. And so that's how we have it laid out.
Yeah, great. So do you just want to share a little bit about like the mechanics of bale grazing and what that's looked like for your farm?
Sure, be happy to. So, and we also learned a little bit. So with the bale grazing and the mechanics, I've already talked about how we place them out, but we use our pigtails that we have in the summertime to set up our paddocks, and we just push them in here. And then we run a hot wire through here, and this is enough for a herd that's been well trained on poly wire or poly tape. They respect this. Now it gets a little deeper snow like last year we had. We had some pretty deep snow. We then ran two of these, a hot wire and a neutral wire, and then out to our perimeter fences. So that's worked out really good for us.
Great, yeah. So you also mentioned to me before that you work with Snap Plus and nutrient management plans. So you want to share a little bit about how that's worked?
That's right. Well, there's some great educational programs that I refer people to start off on Snap Plus. But one of the great findings we found out about Snap Plus is where we bale grazed last year, we didn't need to add any more nutrients on top of that, so we had no inputs. That was great. On the rest of our pastures, with our soil tests indicated that we were potassium poor.
Yeah.
So obviously we had to do that. But I don't look at just the hay itself as a forage. Right, I look at it as fertilizer, and when we start thinking about it that way, even though hay prices are high, it helps ease that because it reduces your cost on fertilizer.
Yeah, there's definitely a ton of fertilizer value sitting here in these bales, so great to have those animals out here recycling it and kind of spreading it around. So as far as what are you looking ultimately to be like your end goal or final results of bale grazing on your farm?
Right. Well, that's really good. Where we do our bale grazing is we want to improve the soil fertility. We want to improve the cover over the soil so that if the drought continues, it's easier for the plants. They stay cooler, and the animals do pretty well out here too. We don't keep them in a barn. We have portable shelters. If it gets really inclement for them, they'll go into there, but they basically stay out of them. And you can see that, I don't know if you can see behind us, we've already started a couple weeks ago, and we've got some residual out there where the animals have been, and that's fine. That's going to become part of the fertilizer and be incorporated. And even though there's might be a little bit of extra hay there, I found they come back and graze that.
Yep. Yeah, and it can use it as bedding too, and using the bale rings probably helps cut down a little bit. That absolutely helps.
Yep, that's right.
Great. So it sounds like bale grazing for you can be an effective way to build some soil fertility or organic matter, increase your drought resilience, and kind of just outwinter these cattle.
Yeah. Well, Michael, thanks for letting us host you here today.
Yeah, thanks, Dale.
And introducing us to bale grazing 2 years
great.
ago.
Well, we need to go out now and get our bucks. But so if you're looking for more information on bale grazing or nutrient management planning, contact the local NPM staff or extension educators serving your area, or go to ipcm.wisc.edu.